Today on Weekend Wankshop, we're going to be taking a look at the dope arpeggio sequence that Joe Satriani plays in his new track, Cherry Blossoms. Check it out. Hey there kids, and welcome to a brand new installment of Weekend Wankshop. Here's your good buddy, Uncle Ben. I don't know about you guys, but here lately I've been listening to a whole hell of a lot of Joe Satriani's new record, What Happens Next. I think this is probably the best record he's put out in the past decade or so. The record's got a ton of great riffs on there, a really killer rhythm section, and tons of great themes and melodies, like this arpeggio section that comes from the song Cherry Blossoms. It's centered around 3 different chords in the key of C sharp minor, and it's a really great way to practice your cross-picking or sweep-picking skills. Before we get into it, let's hear it again at stepdad speed. You guys can find a full tab for this week's lesson over on my Instagram page. So be sure to head over to Ben Eller Guitars, give me a follow, find the tab for this week's lesson, learn how to play it, then upload a video of yourself shredding through it, along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. Okay, so what we're going to start with here is a C sharp minor arpeggio. You're going to begin by playing the 16th fret on the A string, followed by the 19th fret on the A string, and then you're going to play the 18th fret on the D. Those 3 notes right there represent an entire C sharp minor arpeggio. That's root, flat third, and fifth, the intervals that make up a minor chord. After this, there's a little rest, and then what you're going to do is to come down here onto the G string on fret number 18, then B17, then high E16. So now we have these 6 notes. After this, what he's going to do is to reach up with his little finger and grab fret number 21 on the high E. That's your high root note, C sharp. After this, come back to the 16 on the high E, 17th B, and then your G fret number 18 again. So you're just kind of creeping down the arpeggio here. Put that together, you're going to have the next thing he's going to do is to play an F sharp minor arpeggio. How we're going to do that is to come down here to the A string fret number 9. So we're going to start off right there. Again, that's our root note. Then we're going to play the 12 on the A, 11th D. So again, there's your F sharp minor triad. This is actually the exact same shape as the last arpeggio, just in a different position. Then what you're going to do is to play the G11, B10, high E9. So far there we got. Then we're going to reach up here to the 14th fret high E string. That's your high F sharp root note. You're going to pick that, go back to 9 on the high E, 10 B, 11 G. So that entire arpeggio is. After this, we're going to play G sharp minor. Now this is the exact same shape again. It's just going to be moved up a whole step. So it starts off on G sharp. Now how we're going to play this is to play the 11th A to 14th A, 13 on the D, then you're going to play 13 on the G, 12th B, 11th high E, and then again reach up for that high root note, G sharp, which we can find on fret number 16. Back to the 11th E, 12th B, and 13th G. So that entire G sharp minor is. Then what you're going to do is to start off by playing the F sharp minor arpeggio again. So you're just going to move down a whole step, but it's going to take a little twist there at the end of it. What we're going to do is to play the 9 on the A, 12 on the A, 11th D, then we're going to go to that 11th G, 10th B, ninth, high E. Now that's all of F sharp minor that we're going to play right there. Do not pass go, do not collect $200 and play the high root note again like you did before. At this point it's going to switch to a C sharp minor, but a different one than the one that we played up here. We're going to play this right here. Now what I'm doing here is I'm playing the 12 on the high E, 9 on the high E, 9 on the B, and then 9 on the G. So I guess with that last one you could say it ascends F sharp minor and descends C sharp minor, right? So F sharp on the way up, descending C sharp minor. So now our entire thing goes C sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, ascend F sharp minor, descend C sharp minor. Now the next section right here is going to start off with the exact same 3 arpeggios as before. C sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. And it's going to take a little turn at the end. I'll show you that when we get there. So start off at the 16th fret here with your C sharp minor. Again, exactly like you did before. 9th fret here for your F sharp minor. Come up a step to the 11th for your G sharp minor. And here's where it gets a little different. He actually is just playing straight down a C sharp minor pentatonic scale. Really basic stuff, but that just goes to show you how awesome Joe is, that he can even play straight down the minor pentatonic scale and still make it sound awesome. This is really simple. You're going to play 12 and 9 on the high E, 12 and 9 on the B, 11 and 9 on the G, 11 and 9 on the D, 11 and 9 on the A, and then on the low E string here you're going to play 12, 9. Pay close attention to the timing of this run here and notice that you're going to be playing 16th notes on everything except for the low E string, which is 8th notes. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and 4. I'll do that again. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and 4. So we put that together, we're going to have something like this. C sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor to C sharp minor, back to C sharp minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, then a minor pentatonic scale. Now myself, I like to kind of cross pick through this and use alternate picking, even though I'm playing 1 note per string. A lot of players would rather sweep it like that. And you really could, but myself, I find it's a little more challenging to keep good solid rhythmic feel when sweep picking at kind of moderate tempos like this. I would rather alternate pick through it, even though it's a little bit more challenging. Now myself, the way I like to pick this is to start off with down, up, down for the first 3 notes, and then for the next 3 notes, also play those down, up, down. So in other words, it's not down, up, down, up, down, down, up, it's down, up, down, down, up, down. You can even see when I play it that way, you can just watch my right hand and see how rhythmic it is going down, up, down, down, up, down. It's like I'm my own metronome and I'm playing to myself. And then the last part here is going to be down, up, down, up. Again, it's challenging to cross pick like that through the strings and maneuver it, but I think the time feel is just so much better that it's worth it. So yeah, each of those big arpeggios is going to be played down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Same for the next one. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Keep going with that. And then for the last run here, play down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. It might strike you guys kind of funny that I didn't go down, up at the end right there. But again, it's a time feel thing. You know, if I play it like that, down, up, my hand suddenly got kind of jerky there at the end. Whereas if I play it as down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. And again, you could put me on mute and my hand would just look like a metronome going back and forth. It's all about time feel whenever you're playing stuff like this. Just be sure to observe that whenever you're cross picking like this, the tip of the pick has to get in and out of the strings by means of small semicircular movements. It's not going to be a straight up and down thing as if I was picking on one string like that. Watch the tip of the pick right here. I'll do one of the lower ones here so I'm not as bunched up. But watch the tip of the pick and you'll see it going outwards on the downstrokes and outwards on the upstrokes like that. It's kind of like turning a key in a lock, you know? I'll do it again. So there you go, guys, a really cool arpeggio sequence to add into your daily practice repertoire. Be sure to go check out Joe's new album, What Happens Next. I really like this record a lot. It's got some dope stuff on there. I think my favorite song is, I think it's track 2, that Catbot song. It's got like the dirtiest riff I think Joe has ever done on there. It's really awesome stuff. Also, be sure to listen to Joe's most recent episode on the No Guitar Is Safe podcast, which is one of my favorite podcasts in all the world. He did their very first episode, and he did an episode maybe 3 weeks ago or something like that, where he talks extensively about the writing process and stuff of his new record. So be sure to give that a listen. You can find it on iTunes or your favorite podcast app of choice. Thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. You guys can also follow me on Instagram at Ben Eller Guitars or over on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Uncle Ben Eller. If you're interested in booking some one-on-one Skype lessons with me, be sure to drop me an email, benellerguitars@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Thanks again, and stay tuned for another sick lick next week. Cheers, guys.